Welcome to the Life After Life podcast, where we explore our soul's physical and non-physical journey. I'm Majona. Let's discuss angels, guides, and loved ones from the other side. Hello and welcome back. You have Thomas and Majona here. And today we are going to address, again, I love this, a question sent in from a listener through email. And if you have questions, comments, stories to share, whatever, we want to hear from you. Thomas, how can we hear from them?
That would be Majona at lifeafterliferadio.com.
So please touch base with us. If you have anything to share, we would love that. So this, from listener, is a great question about deja vu. And what the heck is it anyway? Well, that I love because, this is one of those gray areas where nobody really knows, right?
Isn't most of it, right?
Yeah. I mean, we can take our own experiences and we can read and we can combine everybody's experiences and can come to conclusions. And deja vu is truly something that I have thought about quite a bit, especially when I was much younger. So I'll throw out two ways this showed up for me, two conclusions that I came to. One of them, when I was very, very young and had deja vu like daily for, an hour it would last.
Now, define what you mean.
Oh, okay, good point. Deja vu, meaning you're not aware of something until it happens. And then you have that feeling that this has already happened before. And it can go from just, being in a place that you've never physically been in, but yet it feels very familiar. That subtle deja vu, all the way to, I used to do for an hour, it would be somebody would walk in and I knew exactly who was going to say what in a conversation and where everything in the room would be. But I did not know that until it started unfolding. And then I would remember it as it was unfolding. So deja vu, not to be confused with a premonition. Those are very different.
Okay, got it.
So like so many other things in my childhood, when I couldn't explain this, and the deja vu would go on, and it was so consistent and regular that, like so many other things, I started trying to find it. And there was no Google. How did we survive without Google?
I have the maps. It's
encyclopedias.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, you're stuck. You have to just sit there with it, and you don't know what it is, and it is not in the Encyclopedia Britannica.
Exactly. And then a library. There weren't many books on any of the metaphysical stuff in any
central
library.
Nebraska. No.
In any library I could come across. So I would find what I could, and nothing was appeasing the question, the unknown. So when I kind of developed a little bit more, parallel universes came to mind. And then as I grew and understood, the time-space continuum and so forth, it's possible, I don't know, I'm throwing it out there, but it makes sense to me that if there is an infinite number of parallel universes and absolutely everything that you can imagine happening in your life is happening in those universes, different sequences, but not necessarily, everything. Whatever you're experiencing here, there may be some events that aren't happening someplace else. And the shared events don't necessarily happen in the same moment, right, at the same time. So what if in one of those universes something happened and it kind of bled over to your, because your energy, your soul is just fractured. So your soul is in all of these universes. Your higher self is getting all of this. So a piece of that kind of bleeds over into this universe and this memory, which you don't realize until it happens. And then there's that deja vu, that sense of familiarity.
That makes total sense.
Yeah,
that works. That could work.
That works.
You could run that through your intuitive filter and go,
Yes, and please do.
Well, that's some of what we do. Some of what Majona and I do is You take in this information and you run it through that filter and just see how it feels. Because things that don't feel right, you can just, just set that aside. Maybe it's right, maybe it's wrong, don't know, but it's something that you can just lay out there and be with it, and it will either come back up and around and magnify or not. And that's a great way to filter through this.
It really is. And that's a great point that kind of leads into my second part of trying to understand deja vu. Since there was so little material available, and okay, parallel universe works, and I'm Capricorn, and I like science, and I would like things to be proven. So you can see how some of this drove me crazy in childhood, right?
No.
I need to know. I want proof. So what this part and so many other things that happened as I researched, and even in college, it led to comparative religion studies and just grappling for answers in whatever form they could come that resonated with me, that it rang true or it didn't. What I realized, and I took deja vu as a piece of this. One, there is so much to this universe and these multiverses that we cannot possibly fit into our human understanding. So there was a part of me that just kind of took this deja vu as, it's just further evidence that all of this is a gift. It is all very real. You don't have to understand it all. You just know that it is. And there's nothing scary, frightening, menacing, threatening about any of it. And just kind of wonder about, be open, just be open. And I just kind of accepted it as it just is. It's all part of it, and we just can't, and we're not supposed to know everything right now. And then, like Thomas just said, run it through your filter. Now, I'm sharing with you my experiences, and I know other people who have had some experiences that are amazing, and I haven't had them, nor have they had some of mine. That doesn't make them right or me right. There's no either or. That's the other conclusion that I've come to. Again, there's so much out there. I think we get bits and pieces of it. And again, by sharing, by listening and studying, maybe we can start putting some puzzle pieces together. But it is just further confirmation to me that the whole thing is just far more vast, intelligent, and complicated than we can grasp.
I love the blend between consciousness and not knowing.
Yes.
So we don't know. And that is what makes the consciousness journey so fun.
It does.
If we knew all the answers, there wouldn't be a mystery to it.
And I can tell you, because of this deja vu, I can vouch for that. Because and premonitions, when you know what is going to happen and how it's going to happen, it is no fun. That takes away from your human experience.
Exactly. Point. That's, yeah, you just said it. What she said.
What we said.
No, it's, we try to do what we can to grow our awareness and expand our awareness and learn. And then when we hit a wall, we just be okay with it.
Mm-hmm. And I also think that we are given glimpses. We're given gifts that are just glimpses into different parts. And if you're open to that, they can show up as deja vu or a premonition or a spirit showing up or an intuitive prompt. It can show up in so many ways, or just some synchronicity where this little, you might be thinking about something and then a song pops up on the radio that is right in line with what you're thinking about. So the universe is so creative and so supportive. If you just stay open, many answers show up, and the ones that don't show up yet maybe just aren't supposed to, and they will later when the time is right. So that's a lot. Thanks for exploring this with us. And we would love to hear you again at
Majona at lifeafterliferadio.com.
So until the next time, namaste.